Weber State was one of the best teams we've played all season. We've played some of the great teams in college basketball, and I don't care what the name of their conference is or what they say on their shirt. They have a center who could score in the low post as well as any player that we've scouted. Their power forward, I believe, will play in the NBA. He's an unbelievable rebounder. We had no answer. He had, I think, 8 second shots or 7 second shots. Terrific player, ball boy. And obviously, Davion Berry, I thought Nick did a great job on him, but he's a good player, can create for himself and others, and they're really well coached. So we knew it was going to be a difficult game, and I think we're both excited and in some ways fortunate to advance. We weren't ready at the beginning of the game, not because we took Weber State for granted. Thought we had some anxiety. We dropped some balls, missed some shots, and got down 7-0. Once we got through that stretch, we played some really good basketball. And then I think for about half of the second half, we did the same thing. And then we let our guard down. I didn't think we finished the game well. And when you play against a good team, they make a run at you, which they did. But we're excited to advance. We're 31-4. I know the next game is going to be a terrific game. And one of my hopes is playing one of these, getting one of these under our belt. We're more ourselves and even better here on Sunday because I think all of us know we'll need to be.
John Oglesby, KSL. Coach, what did you feel was the deciding moment in the game that really put it over the top for you guys?
I never felt the game was in doubt. They made a really good run, but I think our lead was as many as 18, 20. Once we got through the first 4 minutes of the game, I felt like we were in control. But you know, I think just looking at it, one of the things, and you asked the question in the back about teams making more free throws than we attempt, that's not a problem for our offense. That's a problem for our defense. When you think about it, out of their 59 points that they scored, 20 of their 59 came from the foul line. Now they went 20 for 23, but I think 5 different times during the game, with 5 seconds or less on the shot clock, one of our perimeter defenders reached in and fouled. Just a complete lack of discipline, lack of concentration. You know, you're going to foul in the game of basketball, but the silly reach-ins, especially when the shot clock's that low, it makes it difficult because they're either going to go to the foul line and shoot, or they get a brand new 35 seconds and they get another possession. If we would have been more disciplined with our fouls, kept them off the line, we would have had an incredible defensive performance. That's why when you look at the stat sheet, they shot 30% for the game, and we shot 55% for the game. And usually when that happens, the score is even more lopsided, but we negated some of our great defense with reaching in, and that's something we have to correct moving forward. We've been doing that, though, especially in the second half. And tonight yet was another reminder that for us to be the great defensive team that we are moving forward, we have to foul less, and I think we can control that.
Sean, you called a timeout with about 17 minutes to go in the second half. You're up by about 15. Was that just a normal procedure for you at that time?
No, we talked a lot about Ballin' Boy before the game. I feel like he's an NBA player. We have not faced a player who's a better offensive rebounder than him. I think he leads the nation, or he's close to leading the nation. We knew that. So we gave up 2 second shots to him, I think, on the first 2 shots of the second half. So it's something we emphasized. I wanted to just make sure on our end that once again that we're responsible in doing the things that we know we need to do to win. And to give him second shots, he ended with 7, but I think he kept a couple others alive. I know Rondé fouled him on a blockout. I believe he had more towards 10 offensive rebounds than 7. Now, his partner, Tresnick, we trapped him, and I thought we did an outstanding job. He had 1 field goal in the game. So part of what Bowling Boy enjoyed was the fact that his man was trapping Tresnick. But I know someone said moving forward, it's only going to get tougher in the post. I don't believe that. I think Weber State's 2 post players are about as good as you get when you consider how big they are, their size. One leads the nation in rebounding, or is close, and one's a first-team all-conference senior center who can score. and they do a great job of getting him the ball as well. So very well-coached team, a disciplined team. Weber State was playing good basketball today, and no question it was a good game for us to play because I think it reminded all of us how hard it is to win in this tournament.
Coach Zach Clark, ESPN Tucson, season high 11 blocks today. You mentioned playing in the post. Talk about that.
Well, we blocked a lot of shots that Barry drove. I mean, I know Barry ended up with 24, but he took 20 shots. He was 5 for 20 from the floor. A number of his drives, both Aaron and Caleb blocked them, and I thought our length around the basket, that's something that's been good to us all year. It helped us today.